joke. I don't want to tell you anything at all. But you know the problem with me? I never could keep my big mouth shut.
It's an ad for Nepenthe. It reads, "Quaff, oh quaff, this fine Nepenthe. Win a bottle today at the shooting gallery." It says not all attractions are suitable to all ages. Visitors are encouraged to exercise judgment. Pretty vague as warnings go. Looks like they really want me to go in. If you can read this, you're already too close. Too close to what? Not very inviting. Wait!
Goodbye, my love.
She's gone.
Not gone, Querent. Nearly dead. Again and again she comes to this well, to weep and leap at the sound of the shriek. Which of you will save the other?
Hello?
Sticks and stones will make me groan, but words will never move me.
There's something moving down there, and a hint of golden light.
Listen, the thing you have to understand is, this is all your fault. You miss all the obvious signs. You let everything slip through your fingers. And you're no good at fixing things. That's why she's dead. That's why you're here. Right? Anyway, I'll call again later. But if you need help, and you will need help, please hang up and press 0 to dial your operator.
Wait! He sounded just like me. Hello? Hello? I guess I need to put in a quarter. I already have her picture in my mind. 4, 3, 1. It's been torn off after the first 3 digits. Yeah, I get the message.
Welcome to the mysteries of the deep. Home of the luminous stream name, the vitriolic sea star, and the oleaginous black swan.
It's a big switch in the on position. Looks like it's electrified. Just steam. It's venting steam. It's just waiting for something. A huge furnace with 83 painted on it.
That is my name, 83.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
The bellows gasped on the day she was made.
But who was she?
A flawed thing that fire could not save.
What's that anvil for?
Like the bear that licks its cub into shape with a tongue of fire, I forge from ore upon the anvil whatever thing I wish.
What are you?
I am the fire that burns the impure.
Can you make something for me?
I can make anything. Bring me a work order and lay your metal upon the anvil.
Goodbye.
You have said so before.
I'll need to find where they start. Whoever built this place certainly doesn't trust me to find my own way. It's not operational. What the? Ah! That's it! That shadow! That's what's making that sound. That's what's killing her. I have to destroy it. Looks like they start up ahead. It's chewing on a piece of metal? What an idiot grin. It's too far off. The hole's just big enough to reach through. It's an eye in something horrible. Got it. Sure is heavier than it. It's a good. I'll need to get into the tent first.
Step right up, step right up. Win yourself a bottle of Nepenthe, the brew that puts a bullet in all
There's
your
no
bad
latch,
thoughts.
and the edges are too tight for me to pull it off with just my fingers.
10 hits get you 1 hit, and 1 hit's all it takes to bring blessed sleep. So close. Try
I guess I need to be faster, or they need to be slower, or something. A very heavy dead rat. There's a line of stitches down its chest.
Who's there? Did you scare off those nice doves? Come closer. Let me hear you.
Sticks and stones will make me groan.
Yeah, I've heard it before. There's nothing on them but nonsense. It's an empty bird bath.
It had water once, but the deeper he drinks, the dimmer grows the mind of many a man.
It's a U.
Ahem. It is the you.
It's not much of a tree for climbing. A noose. I wonder how it got there.
You were the one who tied it there. Tried hanging yourself. Did it make you any wiser?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
That's why I write things down, you know, so as not to remember.
Don't you mean to forget?
Yes, I do mean to forget.
I can't quite reach it.
Be at ease.
He's just writing down whatever the raven says.
Oh, yes, indeed.
His eyes, they're gone.
But my ears are just fine, stranger.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
No sickness is worse to one who is wise than to lack the longed-for love.
But who was she?
Who are we to rob each other of our forgetfulness? After all, it's written somewhere that the learned man whose lore is deep is seldom happy at heart.
What are you writing?
The same things I've written 1,000 times before. After all, an act can lose meaning if you do it often enough.
Who are you?
I'm afraid I don't rightly know. I'm just an old fool who can hardly remember what he's read, much less who he is. I do recall a book that said, "Each is his own judge." That might just have to do.
Can't you just tell me who you are?
Seldom do those who are silent make mistakes, so I think I'd best hold my tongue.
Where are we?
I wish I could tell you. The man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. I read that once, I think.
I keep hearing a terrible shriek. What is it?
The dark thing.
What is the dark thing?
A shadow locked away up there, festering. Some boils are better left unlanced.
How can I reach the dark thing?
A word leads to a word, a deed to a deed. For silver he speaks, his wisdom worth gold. I read that once, or maybe I wrote it. I suppose it doesn't much matter, one way or the other.
Did you mention doves?
Yes, I feed them as they flutter by. I find it soothes my mind. Are they here?
Do you mean that crow?
Raven.
No, I mean the doves. It was the raven who told me of them. Are they here?
No. About the doves.
Are they here?
Sure they're here.
Then let me find a crust of bread.
A scrap of meat.
I'd rather think of it as bread for the doves.
What happened to your eyes?
I fed them to a raven. He said it would bring me wisdom.
Did it work? Are you wiser?
Oh, yes, indeed. I learned that to be blind is better than to burn on a pyre, and that it is easier to be rid of your eyes than the vision that offended you.
Why's that bird bath empty?
Once it was filled with fresh well water, as cool and clear as a sound mind, but doves and ravens would much rather bathe in dust. Maybe they can't abide their reflections either.
Can you at least tell me your name?
Well, I remember the name Fimble Famby, but whether it's mine or yours, or both of ours, I can't quite say.
Can you write me a work order?
No, I only write what I've written before. the words stuck in my mind, and the lost words the raven finds.
Goodbye.
Joy to him who has understood, delight to those who have listened.
Poe.
It seems to be ignoring me. Please don't! It's a long way down, but I could give it a shot. What happened? I've got plenty.
Not this again. Here's one for you. Man sitting in his doctor's office. Doc says, and now here's the good news. Man says, Doc, you didn't even tell me the bad news. Doc says, not this again.
Sliding the spike into the hole might give me enough leverage to pop it open. There we go.
Step right up, step right up!
Let me get a close... Huh. Guess I've changed some settings.
you're wondering, am I losing my mind? No, you're finding it. You've hidden a hard grain of truth beneath smooth layers of lies. A masquerade of metaphors. Here's a metaphor for you. Your mind is a matryoshka. It's just you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And we're here to open you up.
All right, I'll talk.
What can you tell me about the dark thing?
I'm a raven, not a rat. Go ask somebody else.
Do you just sit there, watching every time that woman kills herself?
Aw, don't get so bent out of shape. That little slip and fall didn't do her any harm.
But she killed herself.
Don't take it so literally, boss. Believe me, if she were dead, I'd be eating her eyes. As you might have noticed, death is different here. Puts a poor raven out of work, I'll tell you that.
What did you mean? Death is different here.
It means I'll not carry in comfort down there, feast on thee.
Where are we?
Baked in a pie, I'd guess.
So, who or what are you?
I just am. Because I think.
Really? What are you?
A raven, lunatic.
Are you sure you're not a crow?
Look, I may be unkind, but I'm not murderous. And I croak rather than caw. Plus, I fly in a pair, not in a flock. Raven. Definitely raven.
Goodbye. Let me line this shot up.
My claws!
Did you say claws?
This could be useful.
My beak.
Beak?
My wing.
Huh? Wing?
It's illegible.
G is the cruelest letter for a blind man to write.
So, could I have some more meat? I mean, bread? For the doves.
Anniversary.
He said the ravens prefer the dust.
What are you trying to do? Make me lose my job?
It seems to be ignoring me.
Neoplasm.
It's too dull to pull out the stitches.
To make fitting claws will take more than that mere pin. Step away. Behold the beak, fit for one who would carve and cut.
An ugly steel dagger. It was stuffed with quarters?
Please help!
Ugh. It's a rat skin. Not really anything more to say about it. That's a revolting idea. It's already a small... A knockout marinade. It smells like poppies. Stop! I need to put in a quarter.
I am Murmur the Magnificent, great giver of counsel. What was, what is, and what will be are all mine to draw from the deck of your life. For what you've paid, we may speak of cards, and hear what suits the fates. What would you know?
My past.
I will tell you the figures. You will tell me the cards. And they will show us their truth. Let us begin. I see you, Querent. What card do you make of the man you were?
The Hanged Man.
Ever wanting wisdom, never knowing where to find it, stuck in time as a sacrifice to himself. A fitting choice. And what is the card for where he was?
The Star.
Where the world meets the water, and the maiden spills inspiration. Or, if reversed, sickness. A sound selection. And tell me, what card will we lay for her?
The Empress.
She rules more than your heart, Querent. From her springs abundance, bound to the earth's endless cycle. And so we have your cards. The Hanged Man, the Star, the Empress. What shall we make of them? A man who stands blithe and blind upon the very cusp of change, failing to heed a woman's flesh and blood, while making an idol of her. That, Querent, is what was.
Idle offer.
Did you say something about an idle offer?
No, that animatronic card sharp did. Or did he say idle afar? The trouble with prophecies is the words have always got a double meaning.
Goodbye.
I am Murmur the Magnificent, great giver of counsel. What would you know?
My present.
We will now speak of cards again. Once more, what card shall...
The Hermit.
Holding a lamp to see and a staff to walk, but looking only inward, seeking only himself. The card suits you, but which best befits this place?
The Tower.
A ruin rent by lightning, the rumble of wrecking change, which may yet hold the flash of insight. It will do for this strange land. Now, what will you pick for the old scribe you so lately stood beside?
The Fool.
The ultimate card at the end of the querent's journey. Wearier, but no wiser for his wandering. If he seems to have gravity, it is only because he has fallen from a cliff's edge. The Hermit, the Tower, the Fool. What do these cards show? A man who outwits himself, lost in liminal space. That infinitesimal between whence and whither. His well of wisdom has run dry. A worm gnaws at the roots of his confidence, and thought and memory blind his mind's eye. That querent is what is.
Wince and wither.
Why did you say wince and wither?
Isn't that what the head said? 'Cause we ravens know all about the moment between wince and wither. Long, short, it all comes down to the same thing. When living becomes dying. And we get ready to dip our beaks.
Goodbye.
I am Murmur the Magnificent, great giver of counsel. What would you know?
My future.
We will now speak of cards. For the final time, what card will...
The Fool.
The excuse. An empty-headed vagabond, wandering among wonders. The card suits you. Which one suits that ride, that valkyrie, which promises to bear you up to where the great battle awaits?
Strength.
One who tames the bitter beast, bearing both pain and peril, like the woman in white. It will do. There is but one more now. The dark thing that lurks above. What is its card?
It's death.
Yes, but not the death you seek. The death of will. The death of movement. And yet, perhaps, a new beginning. So then, what have we? The Fool. Strength. Death. You will call for 3, 110-1. 3. And from among the dead, you will be taken, to be born and reborn, to rise, to fall, and rise again, until you find your way. That, Querent, is what we be.
Call! Call!
Did you say call?
No, he said it.
Call 4-3 something something something.
Goodbye. This reminds me of something Murmur said.
Would you ride the swaying road to heaven?
I guess so?
Are you grown enough to bear the strain?
Yes?
Then on wind and through cloud shall thunder the three.
I have nothing to...
I'm the last one in this place who can go around forgetting things.
His eyes looked happy. Beware of dog. Thanks, guys. Some carny left himself a to-do list taped to the wall in here. Too many winners. Turn up the skull speed. Shut down MOTD. Starfish keeps spitting acid on guests. Find something for Ozzy to chew on.
Hey, stranger.
Shh, we're supposed to be men.
There was a golden-haired woman who...
The woman.
There's only one of them in your story.
We won't judge.
Can you tell me anything about her?
She's trying to save you.
You need to find her.
You're kind of a Hansel in distress.
Where can I find her?
Up.
Up.
And away.
Do you know anything about the dark thing?
I'm scared of the dark.
While I wait for the dusk.
You'll find out soon enough.
Where am I?
Well, stranger, I have a feeling you're not in Kansas anymore.
Ugh, come on. Enough with the one-liners.
Fine. You're at wit's end.
Just cut the poor guy a break.
All right then. We'll call it the breaking point.
Don't let that old crab get you down. Remember what they say. Home is where the heart is.
I met an old scribe under a tree.
Ugh, he's the worst. His handwriting's terrible. I wanted A3 to make me a gaggle of bagels. And you don't even want to guess what I wound up with when I showed him the note that old man wrote.
Who are you?
Well, we're sure not Valkyries. Don't let that sign confuse you.
And we're not fates, neither, just because there's three of us.
That's more Murmur's thing.
We're not weird sisters. Even if we are strange. After all, you're strangers still.
What can you tell me about Murmur?
He's got a head for prophecies.
Okay, you've said who you're not, but who are you?
Just think of us as fragments.
Figments!
Pigments.
Ugh.
What? We're here to add color, aren't we?
Do you have names?
The Three Musketeers!
Ugh.
Look, I'm sure you mean well, but everybody knows not to give their name to a stranger.
What's with the masks?
Everyone wears them.
You've got one too.
What?
We all have a role to play.
And in this story, there's only room for one woman.
That's why we've gotta be guys.
What's under the mask?
Nothing.
Legends say it's death to gaze upon a masker, unmasked.
But I bet you don't pay attention to foolish gossip like that.
Yeah, there's nothing to fear under here. Get it?
Ugh.
What do you mean I'm wearing a mask?
Oh, come on, stranger. You don't really think you escaped from some sanitarium, sporting a retro straitjacket and movie star stubble?
We all dress our best to fit what we think the world wants.
And in a strange land, it suits a man to be estranged.
Can I look under your mask?
Can't say we didn't warn him.
Nothing. Absolute nothing.
Crow's flying along. Sees a crab eating some lady. Crow squawks, "What are you doing? She's not even dead yet." Crab scuttles off. Next day, Crow's flying along, sees the crab's at it again. "I thought I told you to scram," he says. Crab says, "Take another look." Crow looks at the lady and just says, "Carry on." Get it?
Beware of... Fine.
Told ya!
What did I see under there?
You saw the reason why everyone wears masks. I promise we won't ask to look under yours.
Goodbye.
Yep. Good luck!
Please, help me.
Dark thing! You are going to die, and she is going to live. Do you hear me? Well, I guess I made it. tree looks so tiny from up here. Just looking at it is agony. I need to kill it. It's holding the cage shut. I'm coming for you. Strangeland. A bit on the nose.
Kid staring at heaven when suddenly there's this stabbing pain in his eye. Can't stop himself from crying. And everywhere he looks, everything's ugly, dirty, and dark. Kid runs to the doctor and the doc checks him out. Doc says, "Well, Kai, problem is you've got a little shard in there." Kai looks at him and says, "But Doc, you've got a whole mirror in yours."
Querent. Now death is loosed. Your empress is caged. And you, a witless wanderer, climb and descend this tower as if on Escher's stairs. You will wear yourself to nothing on this journey to nowhere unless you fly free. You need fire and spirit and golden wings and a valkyrie to set you on the right road. Go to her! Go to her now!
This is what I meant when I said you only make things worse. You're the one who opened the cage, but everyone else is going to suffer. It's not going to stop with Murmur. It's not even going to stop with her.
Valkyrie! Valkyrie!
You said death was different, but what about Murmur?
Guess it was his time to go.
Goodbye. It's as if Murmur's head has been hollowed out. There's nothing. What's it doing? No!
That doesn't look good.
You have to help me kill the dark thing.
Masks don't make us heroes.
That's not our job in this story.
We're really just the peanut gallery.
The chorus.
Strophe.
Antistrophe.
And epode.
Chorus girls.
No, we're supposed to be guys.
Well, whatever we are, we're not mentors.
So, look for help somewhere else.
What did the dark thing do to the car?
It snuffed the spirit lamps.
Without spirits, the Valkyrie has no reason to ride.
You must find a way to kindle them again.
What exactly am I doing with those lamps?
Giving the old girl something to carry up.
What exactly am I...
Giving the...
Goodbye. Let's see what the dark thing did. It's cold. It's cold. It's... How can...
With fire and spirits.
Goodbye. Is that her? It's not What can you tell me about the dark thing?
It should have been burnt away, but the fire did no more than shrink it for a time.
I need you to make me weapons.
Did I not give you the beak? A blade that cuts deep? Did I not make that work to order, as I swore? Trouble me no more with begging, and wield what you were given.
I need you to help me rekindle the spirit lamps inside the Valkyrie ride.
A living man cannot hold the living flame, and it is the spirits of the dead that light the dark.
So how can I rekindle them?
The flame burns here. It must burn there.
Just tell me how.
Before men had words for their grief, they learned how to bear fire. Has the light of reason grown so dark? Go, and bother me no more on this matter.
Goodbye.
You have said so before.
Just steam. I'll need to get into the tent first. I guess I hit that branch on the way down. It's tied too well.
Kisses.
There! Huh. It seems like it's grown longer.
Life always gives you a rope long enough to hang yourself, and then some.
That part at the base looks ready to break off.
Phone call.
The dark thing. It destroyed Murmur.
The fool feels he'll live forever if the fight he faces not. but woes grow worse with age than all the spears that spared him.
Do you know how to kindle a spirit lamp?
I suppose you'd need spirits and a fire, huh?
Could you be a little more specific about how to kindle it?
I once read, a brand from a brand is kindled and burned, and fire from fire begotten. For fire, you should seek 8-3. For spirits, this place is full of them.
Bread, please. What did you mean? This place is full of spirits.
You know what I meant. There's a shadow the dead leave behind. Words that echo in your ears. Phantoms that linger behind your eyes. And a weight of pain heaped up on your back. Even your voice has that stoop to it, stranger. A man can carry the dead, but their place is on the pyre. Do you understand? Once you have a flame, it will draw spirits from the dead as though they were moths.
Goodbye.
Love becomes loathing if long one sits by the hearth in another's home.
Cytotoxic. My wing.
Huh?
It's a... I have nothing to say. I have... I broke it when I fell. An iron bar. A noose. It's a rat skin. A good handful. Can you make...
Give me...
Goodbye.
You have... Behold the claws, fit for one who would grasp and clutch.
Iron claws. That's not a bad grapple if I do say so myself.